As we have seen in compressible fluid flow that the density of the fluid does not remain constant, it changes, as well as we have seen what is continuity equation in compressible fluid flow. As well as we have seen what is Bernoulli's equation for two processes, that is isothermal process and adiabatic process, where the temperature remains constant and the enthalpy remains constant. So over here, let us apply these all equations to solve problems on compressible fluid flow. So we have a problem over here which states that a gas is flowing through a horizontal pipe of temperature 4 degrees Celsius. So what is given to us over here? That is the temperature is 4 degrees Celsius, and one more important thing they have mentioned that it is a horizontal pipe. Horizontal pipe means it is along x and z, x and y direction. That means it is a two-dimensional flow. There is no head over here, so Z1 will be equals to Z2. It is a horizontal pipe completely. The diameter of the pipe at the inlet 8 cm at section 1 of this pipe, and the pressure is 30 Newton per centimeter gauge pressure. Now over here gauge pressure is mentioned, and it has two sections over here. We can see first section, the diameter is 8 cm and the pressure is given to us as 30.3 Newton per centimeter, which is a gauge pressure. The diameter of the pipe changes from 8 centimeters to 4 centimeters at section 2. That means there is sudden contraction of the entire pipe. During this, the pressure is also reduced from 30.3 to 20.3 Newton per centimeter. I guess this is also the gauge pressure. We have to find the velocities of the gas at these sections, assuming it is an isothermal process. Isothermal process means T1 will be equals to T2. So let us write down all these things over here. This is the temperature T, where it is an isothermal process, so I will write down T1 is equals to T2 is equals to 4 degrees Celsius. Next, diameter D1 which is specified, pressure P1 which is given to us, then diameter D2, pressure P2 is given to us, and the atmospheric pressure is 10 Newton per centimeter square, and universal gas constant value is given to us. So using all this data, we have to calculate the velocity at both the sections, at section 1 and section 2. So let us first draw the diagram for this entire part. So the gas is flowing through a pipe which is a horizontal pipe. So it is flowing in this direction. This is section 1 of the pipe, and this is section 2 of the pipe. So we'll divide this page into two parts, that is the inlet and the outlet. At inlet, we'll write down the pressure P1 is equals to 30.3 Newton per centimeter square, which was gauge pressure. To convert into an absolute pressure, this will be P1 is equals to 30.3 plus 10 Newton per centimeter square. So this will be 40.3 into 10 raised to 4 Newton per meter square. That is the absolute pressure at the inlet. At the outlet, similarly, we will have the pressure which is given to us as 20.3 Newton per centimeter square. That is the gauge pressure. To convert into an absolute pressure, P2 is equals to 20.3 plus atmospheric pressure, that is 10 Newton per centimeter square. Newton per centimeter square. So P2 becomes 20.3, not 20.3. This entire part will become 30.3 into 10 to power 4 Newton per meter square. So this value we have encountered by calculating the pressures over here. So now this 10 raised to 4 has come from conversion of centimeter square to meter square. We know that 1 centimeter square is 10 raised to minus 4 meter square, and this part when will it go in the numerator, it will be 10 raised to plus 4. So hence the next part is given to us is T1 is equals to T2. Since it is an isothermal process, so this will be 4 degrees Celsius plus 273 converting into Kelvin. So this will give us 277 degree Celsius. That is what is the temperature over here. So we have calculated the pressures and we have seen what is the temperature. The next thing which we know, that is diameter D1, that is 8 centimeters. So this is 0.08 meters, and diameter D2, that is 4 centimeter, this is 0.04 meter. Now from this entire part, let us calculate the values of area of cross section at 1 as well as 2. So the area of cross section at inlet can be calculated as A1 will be equals to pi by 4 into 0.08 the whole square, whereas A2 is equals to pi by 4 into 0.04 the whole square. This area comes out to be, as calculating this part, the area comes out to be as equals to 0.005026 meter square, that is value of A1 rather, and A2 is equals to 0.001256 meter square. We know that the entire process is an isothermal process. That means T1 is equals to T2. Now let us calculate the density ρ1 and ρ2. So we know that P1 upon ρ1 is equals to R into T1. P2 upon ρ2 is equals to R into T2. We have to calculate the value of ρ1 and ρ2. So what do we get over here? Rho1 will be equals to, that is P1 upon RT1, and Rho2 is equals to P2 upon R into T2. So let us substitute the value. This is 40.3 into 10 to power 4, and this is 287.14 into 277, that is in Kelvin, as well as this is 30.3 into 10 to power 4, that is the total pressure at the outlet. Universal gas constant is 287.14 and the temperature is 277. On evaluation of this, after calculating this, we'll get the value of ρ1 as equals to ρ1 is equals to 5.066 kg per meter cube, and ρ2 is equals to 3.82 kg per meter cube. So we have calculated the value of ρ1 and ρ2. Now let us write down what is Bernoulli's equation. We have to find velocity v1 and velocity v2. So the Bernoulli's equation for an isothermal process is given as P1 upon ρ1 g into ln of P1 plus V1 square by 2g plus Z1 is equals to P2 upon ρ2g into ln of P2 plus V2 square by 2g plus Z2. Now since this pipe is a horizontal pipe, the value of Z1 and Z2 both are same. We have value of P1, we have value of P2, we have value of ρ1 and ρ2. We can divide this entire equation by 1 upon by g, or we can multiply this equation by g. So all the acceleration due to gravity changes will go away rather, and what we will get, we'll get an equation of v1 and v2. So that equation will be p1 upon rho 1 into ln of p1 minus of p2 upon rho 2 into ln of p2 is equals to v2 minus v1 upon 2. Now you have this equation v2 square minus v1 square upon 2. We have this entire equation. We can solve this. We have value of p1 rho 1, p2 rho 2, p1 and p. So left hand side we can solve, we will get a constant, but on the right hand side we have v2 and v1. So we need value or relationship between v2 and v1. For that we'll use something called as continuity equation, which we already know. So according to continuity equation, we know that rho 1 a1 v1 is equals to rho 2 a2 v2. This is continuity equation. So over here we can get the value of v2 in terms of v1 or v1 in terms of v2. We can substitute this in this equation and we can evaluate the value of v. So let us calculate what is relationship between v1 and v2. So let us substitute the value. The value of rho 1, which had come out to be 5.06, the value of area, since here area is given to us, here there will be area will be equals to pi by 4 into d1 square. This area will be pi by 4 into d2 square. We can cut this pi by 4 and directly I can write this as a d1 square into v1 is equals to, this is 3.882 into d2 square into v2. So we can get relationship between v1 and v2. So let us write down this as v2 by v1. v2 by v1 is equals to 5.06 upon 3.82 into d1 square upon d2 square. So that is value of v2 by v1. So let us substitute the value of this part, that is d1 is 0.08, value of this part is 0.04. Then by substituting this, v2 by v1 comes out to be as a value of, so the value of v2 by v1 comes out to be as 5.29. So we have calculated the value of v2 by v1. We have to just substitute in this equation, that is v2 in terms of v1 or v1 in terms of v2. So let us substitute this entire part and evaluate this equation. So we have p1 upon rho 1 ln of p1 minus p2 upon rho 2 into ln of p2 is equals to v2 square minus v1 square by 2. So this left hand side will remain as it is. We'll substitute the value of v2 in terms of v1. So v2 is equals to 5.29 times v1. So we'll get this as 5.29 into v1 the whole square minus v1 square upon 2 is equals to this entire constant. So this constant will be equals to 40.3 into 10 to power 4 upon the value of rho 1 is 5.06 into ln of 40.3 into 10 to power 4 minus this value of P2 is 30.3 into 10 to power 4 upon the value of rho is 3.86, 3.82 rather, into ln of 30.3 into 10 to power 4. On evaluation of this, we'll get the value of velocity v1 as equals to v1 is equals to 40.85 meters per second, and value of v2 is 216.75 meters per second, since v2 is equals to 5.2 times v1. So we have got value of v1 and v2, as well as we have calculated density rho1 and rho2. So I hope you have understood how to apply Bernoulli's equation and continuity equation for an isothermal process for an incompressible fluid flow. Thank you.